Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another video, and this time we're going to be doing a fill. So of course the first thing that I'm doing is going in and removing all of her bling. This set has actually been on for 3 weeks, and as you can see, all of her bling was still on. As you guys know, I use the Soleil nail adhesive and it just works really good for me. Again, that was 3 weeks and everything was still on, or the bling. So after we finish removing the bling, we're gonna go in and file down the colored acrylic, and she was missing a nail, so I'm also going to be replacing that as well. Alrighty, so again, after removing the bling, I'm gonna go in with the extra coarse drill bit, and we're gonna be filing down the acrylic. As always, I use the Pana nail drill bit from Amazon, and I know I had a question earlier that was saying, like, do you have to use the same drill bits or the same brand drill bits as your nail file? And no, usually all nail drill bits are about the same size and they'll fit any nail drill. So I just wanted to make that clear. But as you can see, we're just filing away all of the colored acrylic. I am going to be doing more colored acrylic, so we just want to get rid of what's there. And then I guess this time when I did her full set, I didn't apply enough of the Mia Secret pink or clear acrylic underneath, so I had to file a lot of the colored acrylic, and the nails were super thin. So while I was doing this, 2 of her nails or nail tips did break off, so I'm gonna replace those. But that's why you have to make sure that whenever you are doing colored acrylic and you do the layer of the clear underneath, that you do it not too thick, but thick enough to where whenever you come back in and remove the colored acrylic, you're not going to like basically have it paper thin. Like the nail won't be paper thin, because then it'll break off like it is for me. So again, we're gonna go ahead and finish filing away the colored acrylic, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alrighty, so after we finish removing the colored acrylic, I'm going to go in with a cuticle pusher, and we're just pushing back the cuticles, and this is going to expose the new growth and help with reducing lifting. So just going in and pushing all of those cuticles back, and then after this, we're going to go in with the 180 sanding band to remove the shine from the natural nail, going from the right side over to the left side, just going back and forth and getting as close as you can to that cuticle area. Again, this is a 180 sanding band. I'm using my Melody Susie Scarlet nail drill, and I'm using it at 5,000 RPMs. Remember that you want to make sure that you fully remove that shine from the natural nail, because our body produces a lot of oils. Those oils happen to be on our nails, so if you don't get rid of the shine, you will get lifting. I always say that it's kind of like putting, mixing water and oil. They just don't go together, and that's kind of what would happen with the acrylic. Placing it over a shiny nail, it's gonna come right off because it just does not stick. Next, I dust the nails off, and then I'm gonna go in and replace that middle finger. So I just sized the nail tip, applied it. I'm using the KDS glue. After that, I'm going to go in and trim the sides down, and then I'm going to shape it up into a stiletto. I'm using a 100 nail file, and of course filing on each side at a 90-degree angle and just making it as sharp as you want. Of course, we're just going to go ahead and match it to the rest, and then blending it right in the middle. And then after this, we're going to dust them off again, and I'm going to go in with the primer, which I'm using the Young Nail Protein Bond. As you guys know, I've been using this one for a while, and it works really good for me with preventing lifting, so I do highly recommend this. So next, I'm going to go in with the Mia Secret Pink acrylic, and we're going to do glitter and a little bit of colored acrylic on all of the nails. But of course, the first thing that I do is just go in and fill the nail in with the Mia Secret Pink, and then I'm going in with a pink that I actually mixed up on my own, which glows in the dark, which is that hot pinkish color. I'm also using some glitter, and I'm using the Mia Secret Frosted Pink, and I'm only going to use it, a little bit. So you will, see me use it on some nails and not others. So the glitter, I honestly cannot remember where I got this glitter from. I believe someone actually sent it to me, but it just comes in little baggies, so I'm not sure where it was from, honestly. But again, as you can see, we're doing the pink, the frosted pink, and then doing the glitter as well in between, just randomly on there. And then after this, we're going to go in with the Mia Secret clear acrylic to encapsulate all of this. Remember that when you're encapsulating this is so whenever you come back in to file, you're not going to file any of the glitter or colored acrylic off. We want to make sure that it's thick enough to where, for one, it covers the entire, glitter, and then also making sure that we have a nice apex and a good thickness at the tip so our nails do not break off. And right here, I'm going to show you what your apex should look like and where your apex is if you do not know. But your apex is the thickest part of or should be the thickest part of your acrylic, because that's where the nail gets its strength from. So if you have a really flat nail, most likely, eventually they are going to break off, because if you hit it on something, it's just, it doesn't have any strength. Alrighty, but anyway, same thing on all of the nails. So again, just doing the Mia Secret Pink first to fill in the back of the nail, and then I'm gonna go in with the pink acrylic, which again, I just mixed this one up myself with a little bit of glow-in-the-dark powder. And then I'm also going to go in with the glitter. So the frosted pink, I'm only again going to use on some of them depending on how I feel. It's literally just random, so just however you want to do it is completely fine. And then you can use any glitter as well, and then we're going to encapsulate them. Alrighty, so I finished applying the acrylic. So now we're going to go in with that same 100 nail file, and we're going to just reshape the nails. As you can see, of course, they're already that stiletto shape, but we want to make sure that they're nice and sharp and even. So just following the sides at a 90-degree angle and just following to make them as pointy as you want. Next, I'm going to go in with my extra fine drill bit, and we're going to file all of the nails. So as always, going from the right side over to the left side, just going back and forth until you're able to see where the cuticle is, where the natural nail is, and where the acrylic is. That way you know that the acrylic is not on the skin. And this time I'm using my drill at 10,000 RPMs. Again, this is the Melody Susie Scarlet Nail Drill. I'll be sure to leave the link down below for you guys, as well as the promo code. But again, whenever I first remove the shine from the natural nail, I use it at 5,000 RPMs. When I file the acrylic, after I apply it, like I'm doing here, I use it at 10,000 RPMs. And then whenever I'm removing the colored acrylic, I use it like in between 10 and 15 RPMs, or 10 and 15 thousand RPMs, you know, just depending on how thick the acrylic is, and also, you know, how much acrylic you actually want to remove. And of course, if you're a beginner, you know, just use it at whatever speed you feel comfortable using it at, especially if you're just now learning how to use it. You know, it helps to use it at a really low speed, and then as you feel like you're getting better, just speed it up, and then after a while, you know, you'll be able to use it at a faster speed once you get comfortable with it. But again, we're using the extra fine drill bit, filing around the cuticle area, going back and forth until you're able to see where the cuticle is, natural nail is, and where the acrylic is, and then just filing the rest of the nail to make sure that it's nice and smooth. And usually I don't have to do too much filing on the rest of the nail, because once I apply the acrylic, I'm able to apply it, you know, smoothly, but I still go back in and file the rest of the nail. And you know, as a beginner, you probably will have some bumps and lumps, so just go in and spend a little bit more time on filing, you know, the rest of the nails. And then also, just a reminder that, you know, you do not need to have a drill to do nails. You can do all of this with a hand file. You know, the only downside about that is that, you know, it takes a little bit longer to get the job done, and then it will kind of hurt your hand. Alrighty, so next I'm going to go in with the buffer, and this is going to get rid of any of the scratches left on the nails from the hand file or the e-file. So make sure that you buff them really good. And then as you can see, I go in with my thumb and just fill in the top of the nail to make sure that it's smooth. If not, I go in and buff a little bit more. Alright, so once we're done doing all of the buffing, I just dust the nails off and wipe them off with an alcohol wipe. And then I'm going to apply some bling. So I'm using my AB SS6, SS12, and some bigger pieces as well, and my neon bling. I'm using the Soleil nail adhesive to apply, or for my glue, and I'm using my wax pencil. Remember that whenever you're applying your bling, make sure that you apply the glue as you need it, especially with the Soleil nail adhesive. I kind of just added as I go. I kind of do some in the middle and then more wherever else I need it. You don't want to just apply it on the entire nail, just where you know that you're gonna apply the bling. I'm also going to apply some around the cuticle area on this index finger, and then we're going to do one on each nail as well. After this, we're going to spray the nails with the hurry up spray, which I'll be sure to leave the link down below for you guys, which is just a spray that helps that glue dry a lot faster, kind of like the Mia Secret gel resin. Is basically the same thing, except for this one comes in like a it kind of looks like a hairspray bottle, and you just spray it on top, and that's pretty much it. And then after we finish doing that, we're going to apply the Madam Glam gel top coat on all of the nails, and then we're going to cure each hand for 60 seconds. Alrighty, so just applying a little bit of cuticle oil and massaging it in, and here is the final look. As you can see, they turned out really pretty. I love that pink and that glitter as well, and they just look really good. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at GetNo32, and I'll see you guys next time.